Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to a special-ish, kinda, Friday, Throwback Friday episode. I happen to be the host. I still am the host, F and Bob. Welcome back to the Nonsense Podcast. By the way, F and host with the most, the G of things to be, the CEO of F and Entertainment. Man, make sure you book your tickets. Pick tickets to what? Nothing yet. But soon. Maybe. Who knows? Tickets. www.fnentertainment.com. Anyway, how you doing this fucking Friday? How are you doing on this wonderful day? Well past Juneteenth now. Pretty much the prequel to the 4th of July, because we only got one more week of June. The most useless, mind you, month of all time. Literally nothing going on in June except waiting for school to end if you're a school kid, waiting for the summer to officially commence, waiting for good barbecues, waiting for good holidays. Some people's got a birthday in July. I don't think there's many June babies. Is there any June babies? Comment below if you're a June baby. And if you are, I apologize, because that seems like a shitty month to be birthed in. Anyway, lots has been going on. Tons of things have been going on. But the most important thing that's going on is today, this very episode, ranks number 50 of season 3. So congratulations to those who have made it. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to Kelly and Invincible, who are not here, but Kelly is here in the background. Say hello, Kelly, if you want to.
Hello.
There you go. But yeah, congratulations to all of us. Congratulations to the people out there who are sticking around for 50 episodes of season 3's nonsense. That's crazy. That's a lot of goddamn nonsense for 1 year. Did you hit cheers button? Look at you with the fucking audio shit. I hope everybody heard it. I'm sure they did. But thank you. 50 fucking episodes. And we still going strong. We ain't stopping no time soon. Can't stop, won't stop, as P. Diddy once said. Why did I say won't say it like that? I'm tired. Anywho, 50 beautiful episodes of nonsense. Comment below what was your favorite moment. I have a few. We will discuss it on potentially next Monday's episode of Nonsense. We will discuss things of past and whatnot. But right now, it's just a throwback day. And I would like to talk about some rando shit that's been going on, obviously. The thing that's been in the news, the most important thing in the world right now. Mario's getting a new video game. Mario with another 2D side scroller? Is that not the coolest shit you've ever heard? Kelly, are you excited? Brand new Mario? I'm excited.
I'm always excited for Mario.
Mario with the fresh 2D side scroller. You haven't even seen the trailer of the game yet, have you?
No.
New abilities, new music, new mushrooms. Then the motherfucking turns into an elephant. It's crazy. It's like one of his new powers and shit. I'm hyped for it. Sonic Superstars is coming out soon. They dropped Mario RPG out of fucking nowhere. Like, shout out to people who are they just couldn't wait for Mario RPG. You wanted them in Smash, but you got a fucking remake. So congratulations to the Mario fans of the world. Less congratulations to the Pokemon fans of the world, because I thought we were getting a new Pokemon game and we got nothing. Yeah, man, that was good news. Brand new Mario game, Mario Kart DLC coming up in a couple weeks or two, maybe. They just said summer, and I'm just like, it is the summer. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to play some more Nintendo games. No signs of a new Nintendo Switch. We were expecting a new Switch sooner than later. Nothing. So fuck it. All right, I'm just goofing off. Let's talk about submarines, submersible devices, aquatic garbage is what we'll call it. You all have heard the news. I've been in touch. Everybody couldn't wait for me to get back in front of a camera and talk about some bullshit. Well, I'm going to just talk about it in the best way I know how. I'm just going to hit that button real quick and get some ambiance with me. I feel about it how everybody feels about it. I don't give a shit. It's probably one of the funniest things that's happened in recent times. I compare this submersible device down to early COVID. That's the best way I can say it. Remember when COVID was still kind of funny in the beginning? And we were just roasting people for not washing their hands because they couldn't figure the fuck out? It's pretty much the same thing. People have been arguing, saying this is a horrific, event, and how could people, meme this shit? But have you not seen the submarine thing that they consider? It's not even a submarine. That's why they keep calling it a submersible device. It's a brick that they just dropped in the water. Kelly even told me they couldn't even get it to the water. They had to push it, which is probably the beginning of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. There's no door, so hence all the Drake and Josh memes. Where's the door, Drake? So once they went down, they weren't getting the fuck back out. The fact that it was piloted by a Logitech control. A Logitech control, mind you, if you even go on Amazon before the memes, if you went on Amazon, it was known to disconnect quite often. So bad move. First thing I would like to say is maybe get a first party controller. If you're going to control a device that has people's lives in its hands, I would suggest maybe going first party. Maybe get you a PlayStation controller because, it charges instead of running on batteries like an Xbox. But just go name brand. At least he didn't go super cheap and get a Mad Catz or a Pelican, so that's kind of nice. But to go in the sense of, let's just go with a Logitech, a controller that just typically doesn't work. Bad idea. Really, really bad idea. I'm also laughing at the fact that these people spent $250,000 a pop to die. Like that, I didn't know that was the cost of death, and I might be saving up for mine. It's kind of sad. I guess now we know what burial at sea costs. Ooh, that was dark, wasn't it? But I mean, it's just the price you got to pay. Now, here's my hot take on the situation. I will say this. This is my minor hot take. I love that people were going with the eat the rich moment. Everybody was just like, who gives a shit? They're rich people and they deserve to die. I don't feel that way, funnily enough. I don't feel like rich people deserve to die. I feel like stupid people deserve to die. And everything about this situation was high-level stupidity. From the fact that he built this shit from Home Depot parts. Maybe for the fact that he's never done this successfully once the entire time he's been doing this. Maybe just a week ago when he attempted to test this vehicle out. It didn't work. The week before that, he attempted to test it and it didn't work. Third time's the charm? Not in this case, buddy. I wouldn't spend $250,000 on third time's the charm is all I'm saying. Maybe test it a couple more times before you take my money. So you had that situation. The fact that it had no doors. The fact that it couldn't be transported properly. The fact that there was not a single Marine individual in the workings. There were college kids, and not good grade college kids, by the way. And there's a bunch of people that were worried about equity and diversity instead of skill and practicalness. There's a lot of things. I mean, the dude had a garden hose hooked up to the top of his shit. He put everything under the sun that was on sale on Home Depot for $9.95. Is it Home Depot that runs the big bucket sale where it's just like buy everything you want for $10 if you can fit it in a bucket? Like that seems like how he built this fucking submersible device. I don't even like the term submersible device, by the way. So yeah, no, just the fact that it was cheaply made, you spent a shit ton of money, it was ran by a Bluetooth controller with no door, to go see the Titanic that you could have seen on TV for a lot cheaper, is all I'm saying. They have like 3 museums, one in New York that has most of the shit. There's a Titanic museum in Las Vegas that has a lot of shit. You could have done a lot of things other than spend $250,000 to go to a tombstone. Because that's pretty much all you really did.
James Cameron made an entire film. A good film.
I won't go good film, but it was interesting. My favorite part of the Titanic is always when the boat splits in half and then the guy goes on.
I wasn't talking about Titanic. I was talking about the documentary.
Nobody cares about the documentary. They went to go see the Titanic. That's what they cared about.
I'm saying, that's essentially what they did. Is they went down, seen the thing, came back up. They were alive. Here you go. This is the film. Watch the film. You did it. There you go.
Speaking of which, did you know that James Cameron, when he went down to go check out the Titanic, He went down there on 9/11. He came back up and got news of the towers falling. I'm just saying the Titanic is cursing. Leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Just something that you might want to check in the box is all I'm saying. I'm just checking boxes here that he went down on 9/11, came back, and they were like, I know you haven't heard because you've been under the in the water for a minute, but they just hit 2 of our buildings and tried to crash. Well, they did crash into the Pentagon. I don't believe it, but either way, not that I don't believe that 9/11 happened, but I feel like it was an inside job. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, no, that's how he found out about that shit. It's conspiracies. But speaking of conspiracies, you want to hear a fucking high level conspiracy? Can't even really call it conspiracy because it's fact, because it's been reported. You know that the Navy knew where the fucking submersible device was the entire time? U.S. Navy just happened to know exactly where it was and knew that it exploded. By the way, it exploded, if you haven't heard. Let me rephrase. It imploded. Apparently, all the passengers were vaporized and turned into liquid. Yeah, no, it was a horrific way to go out. I thought they were just going to suffocate to death, so kind of ruined my secondary joke because I was going to play the Sonic No More Bubbles running out of air music because I thought that was funny. But no, apparently it imploded and they just went squish. It's still funny to me. I don't give a fuck. At least it was quicker and they apparently died like 3 days ago. So while everybody was talking and memeing about it, this shit's been over with. The Navy already knew. So sorry to ruin your buzz. It was still funny. It was a funny time. I actually enjoyed TikTok for a little bit because my TikTok was full of fucking Drake and Josh memes. And funny memes in general. I didn't do fucking shit. I love it. I fucking love all of it. I truly loved every moment of all of this. It was a good time. It was a good time. But yeah, no, the Navy knew. Apparently they knew that it blew up 3 days ago and they had already been vaporized. So what they found today was just leftover parts. Everybody's gone. They're all dead. Unless, was it in the Bermuda Triangle? Did they disappear into the netherworld? Is that what happened? Did they fucking find the portal to the other lands? Never Land? All I'm saying is they went on a fucking 3-hour trip like Gilligan's Island and they just never made it back. Is what I'm saying. They actually got fucking lost. All I'm saying is you went down in a submarine and next thing you know you're watching a Kobe game. All I'm saying is they tried to go to see the Titanic and they, ended up watching Michael Jackson live. That's all I'm saying, man. It's just, you went for one thing and ended up with the other. That's all I'm saying. I just don't know why you would. I'm as a gamer, don't you realize that water levels are hard enough and then you went and took the third-party controller? You gotta use first-party controller on water levels, buddy. You don't go down on the hardest level and then think you're gonna get it done with the cheap controller. Absolutely the fuck not, man. To the families, toast. You're still rich. I don't think I really give a fuck about your life, is all I'm saying. And not that I hate you that you're rich, but money solves problems, man. I mean, I'd rather cry in a Ferrari if my dad died. I don't give a fuck. It's fine. It's fine. They'll be all right. But yeah, no, that's what all I can say is that's what you get. That's what you fucking get, man. Maybe test your shit out thoroughly. Maybe, hire somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing. You know what pisses me off about this whole situation? I'm going to tell you what pisses me off about this whole situation. This motherfucker with no degrees, no background, or no nothing really that qualifies him to build and take off in this kind of device. He has no skill or know how to do this. He does it, gets a bunch of rich people to fucking jump in his dumbass boat without chairs and just go see the Titanic. And I still got to go pay $100 to get a sticker on my goddamn car. Something's not fucking fair is all I'm saying. I don't know if he had to get did he have to get a plate sticker? Did he even have to have a license plate? Why didn't anybody check on this motherfucker before he just decided to go down into the depths? Like beforehand. Like why was this some last minute shit? Meanwhile, if I don't get a fucking window sticker in a sweet home Chicago, I get a $200 ticket. Where's his ticket? Is all I'm saying. Ticket this motherfucker. Where was the Navy and the Coast Guard then is all I'm saying. Somebody should have pulled his ass over. Excuse me, I don't see any fucking indicator lights on this. Do you need indicator lights on a submarine? Do you need lights at all? I don't fucking know. I know what they did need, an air tag. You know what else is funny? Apparently since now that they confirmed the wreckage, apparently they're going to be looking for the black box next too. So now they get to, apparently find the black box and figure out exactly what happened and why that they disappear off the fucking known face of the earth and just implode. I'm curious what he had for a black box. I'm assuming a PlayStation 1 memory card as well, since we're just using all gaming devices at this point. I doubt he had an actual black box, but I mean, hey, who fucking knows at this point? Apparently people can just do whatever the fuck they want. I would like to ask a question to the world. White people, are you done yet? Like, are you actually done yet? Like, being rich must be boring. It's all I really learned from this situation. Like, how bored are you to just have a disposable $250,000 to go fuck off for a day? $250,000 right now would literally change my life. And they just like, we'll fuck off and go see a broken boat in the middle of the water that had 6 movies and a documentary and shit. Like, why? Why not do something more fun is all I'm saying. It seems like there's just a plethora of fun things you could have done. I'm not even saying donate and give it away. But that is not my idea of fun is all I'm saying. There was a 19-year-old on that boat, by the way. Guess he just graduated high school and that was his graduation gift, was a fucking watery grave. Like, good parenting. And everybody's like, fuck that kid. And I'm just like, that sucks. I mean, if you really think about his life pattern, he's 19 years old. So that means he was born 2001, 2-ish. So that's the downfall of all forms of music. Music is starting to suck when he's born. He grows up. He definitely went to school during a pandemic. He got no freedom. As soon as he gets into the world of maybe I have a potential for freedom, he dies. Sucks for him. That's terrible. And all you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. I don't know, man. I have no remorse for the situation, like I said, for the simple fact there was 16 different ways they could have just not done this. Or done it with somebody who was intelligent. Or done it with somebody who had, a better record. I mean, the man was, 2-0 in his last few trips. I'm not diving in the deeps with niggas. I'm motherfucker with LeBron's numbers is all I'm saying. Like, I need Jordan when I go under the water is all I'm saying. Just gonna throwing that out there. But yeah, no, I just would like to know if white people are finally done doing weird shit for a little bit. Like, I feel like that was the weirdest thing you guys should be doing for a couple. You should get like a 2-year break. And there should be no weird ass white people stories. Because that's about as white as it gets. Ain't it time for niggas to do something stupid again? Hey, we taking a break. No. Because we just had a shooting on Juneteenth. But at the same time, I mean, multiple shootings during Juneteenth. But at the same time, it's niggas shoot at every holiday. Like, you think we wasn't going to, kick it off on our own holiday? You thought the rest of the year was special? Nah, man, we fuck up any holiday. Like, ain't shit. So, what I'm hoping for, though, is, this should be, like, the resurgence of the meme era. That's all I actually hope out of this situation, that instead of being sad and terrified and ready to revolt and protesting in the streets, man, let's just bring back memes. Like, we got through this. In all honesty, like, something that should be a horrific event for everyone, we got through by fucking Drake and Josh memes. And plethora of SpongeBob memes, mind you. I'd loved every last one of them, man. All I know is I enjoy fresh air. I'm out here doing a day. I'm like, taste the air. Tastes good. And mind you, then we have like, this is 2 fucking you can't breathe ass events back to fucking back. With New York not being able to breathe fresh air, and then white people are like, fuck it, we're going under the sea. Fucking nuts. Didn't you just watch Little Mermaid and been happy? Like, why do you have to go under there? Maybe it's just me, because I can't swim. I ain't got no business in water, so none of that shit was interesting me whatsoever. And the weird thing is, when we went on vacation, and we went on a cruise, They actually had like a submarine ride you can get on. And I looked at that shit and I'm like, not how I want to die this weekend. So no, I'm good. I'm gonna stay my black ass on top of the boat. With options is all I'm saying. I'm gonna get in a submersible device and fucking kill myself is all. Leave that for another man. But yeah, no. In all honesty, minor condolences because I really don't care. But congratulations to everybody who participated in their first class ticket to hell. Because we're definitely going after some of the memes I've fucking seen. We are all going to hell. And I credit one group of people and one group of people only. And that's millennials. God damn it, do we look at death in its fucking face and just say, go fuck yourself. Like, there has not been one horrific event recently that millennials were just not on top of their fucking game of just like, who gives a shit? Fucking full-ass flu-based pandemic comes around, we're just like, who gives a shit, man? Wash your hands or go, don't touch me. Like, fuck it, die. Who gives a shit? Fucking, what was the last event we had recently? Monkeypox? That shit came and gone like right away. We had Ebola fucking epidemic for a little bit. Dude, like, we've been through so much shit. A handful of wars, Iraq, fucking some of our elder millennials remember fucking like the endings of Cold War. There's just so much shit that we're dealing with. And you think we're going to give two shits about this? Like, go fuck yourselves. It's a bunch of rich assholes in a fucking boat that they forgot to put a door on. You should have kicked it with Ed and Eddie, man. They had it figured out. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, how am I looking on time? I think I thoroughly roasted these people. Holy shit, I actually did burn through that. All right, well, on that note, I'll give you my song of the week early because it's still fucking a good song. Chris Brown, Jordan Sparks, No Air. I love that song. Do you like that song? Why are you shaking your head? Don't fucking be disappointed in me. It's a good song. There's no reason.
It's not disappointment. It's just like everything is tying together in a big ass red bow. And
trying to say I'm pretty?
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying the song is a really good song, Kelly. Don't you? I remember like talking to Jordan Sparks when I was not younger, but just when the internet was like really popping off with chat rooms and shit, and celebrities were just like, "Fuck it, I'll hang out with the comment people." So yeah, no, I chit chatted with Jordan Sparks when she was like just getting famous. It's cool. It's cool, and I like that song. No air, nowhere.
I think that was about the end of my Chris Brown era.
That was the ending of Chris Brown for you?
Yep.
Man, you missed out on so many hits though.
I know.
How? How you stop there?
I know. That was the end.
You didn't even get up to Look at Me Now. With him and fucking Busta Rhymes?
I don't even
Look at me now. Oh, I'm getting paper. That shit was decent.
I don't even know what that is.
No? Secondary song. That's gonna be Kelly's pick of the week. Is fucking. I don't want to hear your mouth. Yeah, Look at Me Now is like one of the only Chris Brown songs I like. The shit with Jordan Lucas that I made you listen to. I understand he looks weird.
He does.
Cause I don't fuck with the new Chris Brown hairstyle, but I mean I fuck with Chris Breezy.
Yeah.
I fucks with it. I didn't like I said, I just didn't like him when he was dancing with his shoulders in the middle of the street harassing bitches. That shit was kind of weird.
I like babyface Chris Brown.
No, that's weird. And Kelly, you're too old for that. Pedophilia.
He wasn't a baby, actually.
He was 16. 15 at that.
No.
He's a child.
Listen.
You people are weird. Putting on the spot. Hanson, come in.
No.
But yeah, no, that's pretty much the show for the day. I don't know what we're throwing back to. Maybe we'll throw back to the final episode of season 2 for this one. Nah, I don't think that's right. This is not a finale. This is just a halfway point, man. We going to a hundo this year. At least a hundo. Maybe more. But I would like to at least make it to a hundo. And mind you, episode 50 of season 3 Total. We have now hit 200 episodes. Total of the Nonsense Podcast. I mean, talk about a milestone, though, right? 200. You are killing me with these sound effects, by the way. But no, 200 full fucking episodes of just me running my mouth like this and insulting people and talking shit and having fun. So yeah, do me a favor. Comment below if you're on YouTube, or what was your favorite fucking moment of nonsense. If you're not on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify, all you got to do is go to www.fnentertainment.com. You can fucking message me right on that motherfucker too. And listen to the podcast directly from our website, just to make it a little more convenient. But don't forget, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. I'm available everywhere. On the website, off the website, on YouTube, coming soon to Rumble. Because, you know, gotta rumble, as my boy Method Man would say. But yeah, no, I'm excited for a bunch more shit. This is not the end of nonsense, obviously. I tried to quit, you wouldn't let me. And again, enjoy that Chris Brown, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Chris Breezy's that guy. Maybe I should put a poll up. Who do you like more, Chris Brown or T-Pain? I don't know if they're comparable, but I feel like they're just like in the same era of like people either love them or hate them.
I don't think they're comparable at all.
No?
No.
I think they're both extremely talented, and they're both not who they seem as like people. Like, I feel like what I mean is Chris Brown, all of his music is very poppy and soft. But I feel like Chris Brown is an ignorant ass nigga through and through. That's all I'm saying. Beat the shit out of Rihanna. He's kind of ghetto is all I'm saying. Chris Brown is a nigga. And then you see T-Pain and he's, you know, talking about, going to the club and fucking with bitches. And now you talk to him and he's just like, nah, I like playing video games on Twitch and going to race shows and shit like that. He has
a whole stripper pole in his basement.
Yeah, but as far as wife and shit like that. Like, that nigga's a homebody. He is like, T-Pain is the epitome of introvert. He is a hardcore introvert, and he just played us all like a fucking fiddle. So, motherfucker was a simp before simps were even a thing. Don't fuck with me. He fell in love with a stripper. He was trying to holler at a bartender. Anybody that would talk to him.
I mean, you got a point.
I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm not saying T-Pain is not the coolest dude on the planet.
He is. I was going to just say that. T-Pain is got the cool factor for sure.
Really does, man. T-Pain, Nappy Boy, Bobby Boy. That's all I'm saying. Like, just look me up one time for the one time, man. I'm funny. I'm funny as fuck. I'm a good time. And I don't like fucking around outside too often, too. I kick it in the house and play video games and shit. I'll just hang out in general, man, if you just want to have a conversation, man. I'm not a huge fan of T-Pain's music. I'm not going to say, like, I don't say I'm not a huge fan, but I'm not like one of them dudes that can quote song for song. I'd be just like, man, I like that one song you did, The Bartender. That song was kind of decent.
You know what's crazy is he went, anything he did was auto-tune back in the day. Everything he did was auto-tune, but he can sing.
He can actually sing like a motherfucker.
He can sing, and he's good.
Yeah. Wasting his talent. That fucking cover album that he dropped, decent than a motherfucker. I was just going to say, that cartoon movie he did on Adult Swim, Freaknik, that was the shit, dude. That was just him just being T-Pain, apparently. I'm like, damn, man, why are you wasting all your talent on fucking auto-tune? Like, I mean, granted, he is the king of auto-tune. Like, there wouldn't be auto-tune without T-Pain, but damn, man, like, you got a voice, man. Use that shit. Did he win, like, that fucking Masked Singer, too? I think he was on the Masked Singer TV show and won that shit?
I didn't watch it all the way through, but I think so.
Man's got some pipes, that's all I'm saying. Even tried to pull off, Iron Man. Like, the fuck? Shit was out of left field. I was not expecting that, and did a pretty damn decent job. Not mad at that. And he ain't Ozzy. We all know that, but solid runner-up is all I'm saying. Solid runner-up. Yeah, no, I fucks with T-Pain. I guess if you don't believe he's comparable, then don't compare him. But let me know in the comments below, who do you fucks with more? Chris Breezy or fucking T-Pain, Teddy Pendergrass. Nappy Boy. And you know what? Shout out to Nappy. Somebody, if you know how to get in contact with Nappy Boy, fucking T-Pain, let him know. Bobby Boy, F and Bobito, man. Put me on the podcast or come on my podcast. I don't give a shit. We'll just chit chat, talk about video games and whatnot. But anyway, you know what to do. Comment below, like, comment, subscribe, click buttons. Follow me everywhere, social media. Invincible, who ain't here. I'm gonna just start having you cut like his empty chair every once in a while. But yeah, Invincible, Kelly with the Think Positive podcast. You got a new episode coming out soon, or something like that, maybe.
I think so. Yeah, soon.
Okay. She tries. She's new to the podcast world. Check out.
There's a lot going on. Okay.
Check out our podcast, Think Positive, with the PAW in front of it, bitch. Check it out. It's in the link tree below. Supporting her supports me and supports everybody around the world. Don't forget, if you're in the Chicago area, get some dog training, virtuals, in person. Do you have another event coming up?
Yeah, the next one's July 30th at Chicago Brewery.
We'll post it up on the Instagram just in case.
I'll let you know when it gets a little closer. Check the Instagram.
There you go. Follow her on Instagram too. Our links are everywhere. There's no excuse. And until then, I'll catch you on Monday with another ridiculous, stupendous, crazy ass episode of nonsense. Say goodbye to fucking Current Bob. I am Current Bob. Goodbye. And say hello to Past Bob. Past Bob's going to say some crazy shit. I don't know what he's going to say, but he said it. That wasn't me. I didn't do fucking shit. Goodbye.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good. It's your body. No one has the right to touch you if you don't want them to. So what do? First, you say no. Then, you get out of there. Most important, you gotta tell someone you trust.
And his name is John C.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Nonsense Podcast. I'm your host, FM Bob. What's going on? How's it going? How are you? Welcome back. Go fuck yourself. That was, by the way, a message from our buddy Sonic, because today is Sonic's 30th anniversary. Prepare to feel old for the next few minutes, because, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog is fucking 30 years old, man. I can't fucking believe it either. I didn't even realize it until literally just a few minutes ago. Right as I was getting ready to, run through this podcast. And as I normally do, I do a little bit of research and found out that today was Sonic's 30th fucking anniversary. And I'm just like, no, it's not, dude. Sonic came out in the 90s. And the 90s was like a few years ago. And then I'm just like, no, the fucking 90s was 30 goddamn years ago. I'm old. I don't know how I forgot my own age and not realizing that Sonic's 30 fucking years old, man. It's Jesus Christ, man. It's just, it's nuts. I can't believe that Sonic is fucking 30 years old. So, I guess this podcast just turned into a fucking Sonic episode. That's pretty much all I can say. Because, I fucking love Sonic, dude. I don't know what human being doesn't love Sonic. Sonic is just the shit, dude. It's just, it's been one of the greatest series of games that I've ever played in my life. Sonic is one of the few games that got me into gaming, which I can say that wholeheartedly. I think one of the first few games that I played was Sonic and obviously Mario, but I played a shit ton of Sonic. Sonic was cooler Mario back in the day. You wasn't the coolest unless you played motherfucking Sonic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I always fucking love Sonic. It was just a really cool series, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna spend the rest of today playing, because why not? I don't see why anybody wouldn't love Sonic. So in my defense, because a lot of people hate me for this, I'm not a big fan of. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not a big fan. My favorite Sonic generation was not original Sonic. So your Sonic 1, 2, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic CD, all of that shit. I really didn't play those that much. I started off playing those, obviously, but that wasn't the Sonic game that I loved. The games that I love were the games that everyone hates. Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Generations, all the 3D shit. All the 3D Sonic Heroes. Um, Obviously, no one likes Sonic 06 because that game was fucking terrible. But those are the games I love. It's 3D Sonic, and people give me like absolute like unfathomable amount of shit for loving 3D Sonic. And I've told everybody there's one simple reason why I love the Sonic Adventures 3D Sonic games, and that's because the music was fucking kick ass. There's just no comparison when it comes to the Sonic, like the Sonic theme songs in the 3D Sonic games. They were just extremely lively, super fun, all types of weird shit. Like, I implore anyone who hasn't had a chance to, if you go through it, listen to fucking Live and Learn by Crush 40. Live and Learn, hands down, is the song that every true Sonic fan knows. They either know or hate that they know. You know what I mean? Because it's a really dope song. I wonder if I can just play that shit for you. I'm just gonna fucking play it. I'm not gonna play all of it, but I'm just gonna play a bit of it. And as fans, be honest, like, you can't sit here and tell me that Live and Learn is not a dope song. Let's see, look at this. I'm getting better. I know how to do stuff, but I just can't do it quickly. I don't know why I just couldn't for the life of me spell live. I'm fucking retarded, man. Alright, let's play a little bit of Live and Learn. And tell me this is not a dope song. Which, if I'm not mistaken, Legend of Zelda's 30th anniversary was not too long ago, too. And Nintendo did absolutely nothing for them. But yeah, their anniversary was not too long ago. And I used to play the shit out of Legend of Zelda. And then after that, my first, game I actually sat down and played on my own. Like, I picked it up. It looked cool, and I'm playing this, was Final Fantasy VII, which I've told you guys 1,000 and million times over, like, how much I love Final Fantasy VII. So we're not going to get back into that on fucking, Sonic's anniversary. So let's look it up and see if there's anything special going on for Sonic's 30th anniversary. Is there anything going on? Sonic Hedgehog's 30th anniversary. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There was a video. I did see the video on YouTube. That's literally the only thing that's happened for Sonic's 30th anniversary, though. No new games. Didn't even announce anything for the movie, which kind of sucks. Did you guys actually watch the Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Because I actually thought that wasn't half bad. I know it got a lot of shit in the very beginning because of the design behind Sonic the Hedgehog was honestly butt-ass ugly. But, I mean, they fucking fixed it in the end, so I can't complain about, the look of it at all. Like, it looks good. And was a funny movie. Jim Carrey, was Jim Carrey again, which was kind of nice. Yeah, no, I had no complaints. I thought it was I won't say a fantastic movie, but it was a nice movie that I think will set up another movie or two. Yeah, there's honestly no complaints from me. Like, none at all. Like, I'm trying to find something. But it was just a solid fucking movie. Sonic was cute. He was goofy. He was really funny. He did all the stuff you expect him to do. I think I had no problem with the movie. It just wasn't a spectacular movie. You know what I mean? But they did what was necessary. They, played up what needed to be played up. And again, I think Jim Carrey was a great actor in that one. I can't wait to see him return as, Robotnik again. I'm really hoping that he gets a little pudgy for it so we can immediately start calling him Eggman. By the way, I would like for people to understand this because people thought that Eggman was a thing of the 3D Sonic era. And everybody's like, he used to be Robotnik. He was always Robotnik. Spoiler. He was always Eggman. In Japan, where they created Sonic, Robotnik's name was Eggman. That's what it always was. It was Dr. Eggman. I don't know where the fuck they came up with Dr. Robotnik, but it was always Dr. Eggman. Yeah, I think we just called him Robotnik so it wasn't an insult of name, I guess. But yeah, Dr. Robotnik is Dr. Eggman. He was always Dr. Eggman, and they should start calling him Dr. Eggman. And that was just because he was fat. He was just a fat dude, and Sonic was just roasting his ass. So there you go, a little Sonic trivia for you. You know what I mean? How about that? Let's look up some fucking Sonic trivia. Just anything that's cool and Sonic. Let's see, Sonic the Hedgehog trivia. R-I-V-A. I can't fucking spell. 14 facts about Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's look it up. Oh my god. Fucking ads all over these websites. His story started with a ball in a tube. His prototype for the game was simply a character rolling through a long tube inside a life-size ball. Yeah, that's Sonic. Before Sonic landed on a hedgehog, Sonic was a rabbit. I'm not surprised. You're just going for a cute character, but Sonic the Hedgehog is just a cooler character name. His name wasn't always Sonic. Oh, isn't that interesting? Let's see. What was his name? Mr. Needle Mouse? Project Needle Mouse would serve as a code name for the later game Sonic the Hedgehog. Get the fuck out of here. That's terrible. Why not just call him Hedgehog? Oh my god, that's so stupid. I don't even. Oh my god, they were pushing for Mr. Needle Mouse. Get the fuck out of here. I'm really glad they ended up on Sonic. The character had some major influence. Borrowed Felix the Cat Hand, Mickey Mouse's body for Sonic's base likeness, Michael Jackson's boots from the Bad album. Inspired Sonic's patented footwear. Get the fuck out of here. Let's check that out. Alright. Oh my god. They used Michael Jackson's shoes from Bad. Alright. So now we're going to look up Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson Bad. Images. Let's see. Oh, because he had the buckled boots. Okay. I can see that. I don't think Sonic has heels, but he had buckles over his boots. So that's where they got inspiration from, I guess. That's really weird. That's all it took was just somebody wearing buckles on their boots, and they were just like, Michael Jackson did it, Sonic's gonna do it. I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, and little interesting social life. Sega staff had worked a hefty backstory out for the character. Most of it was scrapped before release. Originally, Sonic was the leader of a rock band consisting of a parakeet, who's often mistaken for a chicken, a monkey, a rabbit, and a crocodile. Huh. As well as a skilled breakdancer. What more, he was also romantically involved with a woman, not a female hedgehog, but a human woman named Madonna. Alright, so they kind of pretty much still had all of this in Sonic over the years. So, a parakeet? I don't think anybody is actually a parakeet, but they've had multiple, like, bird-based characters. Especially in I think if I'm not mistaken, it was the Sonic Riders series that they had used a parrot-like character. I don't think there was ever a monkey. There's been multiple rabbits. You had Bunny Rabbit, Bunny Rabbit, which was a half robot, half bunny, and then you had Cream and Cheese. Cream being a rabbit who could fly with her flappy ears, and then Cheese, which was a chow. They've used a crocodile character. I don't remember his name, but I think he became popular in the Sonic Heroes series. So yeah, and they also used the rock band idea because that was Sonic Underground, which is one of my favorite cartoons as a kid. In Sonic Underground, it was him, his brother, and his sister, who were all three hedgehogs at that point. They were in a rock band, and they were just looking for their long lost parents because they were fucking orphans. So they eventually used all of that shit, I guess. So that's pretty dope. Pop art was a big influence on the game. Yeah, we kind of all know that. So, we're just going to skip by that. The game's soundtrack was composed by a big-name Japanese band. Oh, no shit. Keeping the spirit keeping with the spirit of the above, Sonic was scored entirely by a Japanese pop group, Dreams Come True, formed in 1988. The band went on to provide music for films including Sleepless in Seattle and New Line Cinema animated film The Swan Princess. So no shit, that's pretty dope. I did not know that. Pop group called Dreams Come True made the entire score. No shit. Damn, it's just like, I think that's just like tradition that actual bands make music for Sonic games. That's actually kind of dope because I mean Crush 40 made all the 3D Sonic songs, and now this band made all of the I guess the 2D Sonic songs. So that's pretty cool. Sonic's arch enemy went by many names, so here we go. As many of you know, Dr. Ivo Robotnik was originally known as Dr. Eggman in Japan. There you go. So Ivo Robotnik is his American name. His Japanese original name was Dr. Eggman. Sega US and Japanese headquarters could not agree on a universal moniker. So American developer Dean Citan, I don't know how to say his name. I'm illiterate. Came up Robotnik for the name for Sonic's original Robotnik as his original name, borrowing the forename Ivo from his sister. Interesting. Other options tossed around for the baddies handle: Bad Rich, Bad Vibes, Bad Year, Fatty Lobotnik. Yeah, they should have just stuck with Robotnik. I don't know where these other names came from. Those are kind of shit. Bad Wrench, Bad Vibe sounds like terrible fucking names. Yeah, those are all shit names. Yeah, I'm glad they stuck with Eggman and Robotnik. The fuck were they smoking on those? The game might have taken place on the West Coast. The game's fictional South Island, which may or may not be retroactively located in otherwise fictional planet Mobius, blah, 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 blah. However, the original game's most iconic level, Green Hill Zone, was modeled after the landscape of California. Interesting. So Green Hill Zone is supposed to be California, which is pretty dope because just a bit of trivia for you that I know. Sonic Adventure 2, the City Escape level, was based on what city is that? San Francisco, because San Francisco has those giant hills. So if you ever watch, take a look at just somebody playing Sonic Adventure 2, first level Sonic plays City Escape. Obviously that city looks a hell of a lot like San Francisco. The reason being is the team was based out of San Francisco at that point who were working on the game, and their biggest addition to that game level was the fact that Sonic could run into the cars and knock all the cars all over the place because they were so pissed with the traffic in San Francisco and the way people parked. They were just like, we're designing a level to fuck up San Francisco, and it was really funny. It was hilarious to me. So, just a bit of trivia that I know. So, how about that? Sonic lived up to a speedy reputation. Let's see. Jesus Christ, how many fucking... There's not many more. Okay. It's only a few more. Let's see. Sonic's speedy reputation. Let's go back. The titular hero was the fastest moving video game character ever created. 2001, Sonic's programmer told the magazine that Sonic was delivering the kind of high speed no other game was capable of. The Mega Drive allowed this stunning demonstration of rotation during the bonus stages. This was said to be impossible on the hardware at time. And I do remember those levels. Yeah, the original Sonic, first 3 Sonic games were in 3D to a certain degree, because they had that 3D model level if you made it to the bonus stages. So that is very true. Basically, but technically Sonic himself wasn't that fast. According to the player's manual that accompanied the game, it was Sonic's power sneakers that afforded him his renowned speed, not any innate superpowers. Didn't know that. So originally Sonic was not fast. It was just his fucking dope ass shoes. No. The variation of Sonic the Hedgehog's most predominantly associated with the title is popular 16-bit Sega Genesis version. And another version of the game was released for 8-bit Genesis predecessor Sega Master System. Didn't know that. So they made an 8-bit version of it, because I only remember the 16-bit version. Interesting information. Don't care that they released 2 games. I don't think anybody played the older version. I think everybody played the Sega Genesis. That was, when Sega does when Nintendo don't. That's when Sonic got popular. Sonic's programmer didn't get along with Sega. What fucking game company ever gets along with their fucking publisher? Just gonna skip that entirely. The game includes a hidden message. Oh shit, we're gonna learn some fucking stuff. All right. It's not in fact what it says, but the way it was embedded to the game. And a cover art, the covert act of rebellion against Sega's project of past game credits, and he did include a displayed list of names of all parties responsible for creating the Sonic game. Printing them on the screen that introduces the game, since Nike printed the names in black text before a black background. Oh, that's fucking interesting. And long story short is, because when you make a game, you have to, put pretty much credits in there. And since he was, the creator of the game kind of hated Sega, which I'm glad, so that's why they put those two together. The creator of Sonic game hated Sega, so instead of putting their names on his game, he put their names in the beginning title credits when the screen is black. So the only way that you can actually see the names is by putting in a cheat code, changing the screen from black to another color. So then that's, at that point, you can see the opening title credits. Dick move, I got it. Well, look at that. That's some dope ass Sonic shit for you, huh? That's pretty dope. I like learning new things about fucking Sonic. Yeah, I really don't have any other. I don't think there's any other cool things to learn about. I mean, I played you some Sonic music. We talked about all my favorite Sonic games, and the fact that Sonic is just one of the greatest series of all time, and the fact that Sonic is just hands down a better character than Mario by a long shot. I think Sonic wins. Oh man, did you know Sonic's favorite color is red? Interesting. Would have never guessed that. What's Sonic's nickname? Hedgehog. Okay. Sonic's best friend, Miles Power, which is funny because a lot of people just always know him as Tails, and I'm like, nope, I knew that. Tails' name is Miles Prower because it's a fucking funny name. He's Tails miles per hour. Miles per hour. Really shitty joke, but it's fucking funny. Miles Tails per hour. So I knew that. How did Sonic die? What? I didn't know Sonic was dead. Interesting. Is Sonic an alien? No, I don't know. Who cares? Is Knuckles a boy or a girl? Is Tails a boy or a girl? Did Eggman create Sonic? No, he did not. I know that much for a fact. How old is Sonic? 30 years old. Who's the yellow guy in Sonic? Super Sonic. Yes, he is. I don't know. I don't know what else. Why is Eggman called Eggman? Because he's shaped like a big ass egg, and we fucking roast evil dudes. I don't know. I think the last thing I could speak on is that I'm really looking forward to the new Sonic movie because they're gonna add Tails, and who doesn't love Tails? Tails is the cute sidekick of Sonic. Like, come on, let's be honest. And when they introduce him in the games, that pretty much introduced Flight to the Sonic game. So let's also be honest. Adding Flight to a dope ass fast character makes him even cooler. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the new one. And most people always, who didn't play anything past the first few games, don't realize that Tails is the, smartest, dopest mechanic character in the Sonic series. The jet that they normally fly in, Tails builds all mech suits and shit like that. Like, Tails is gonna make the next game really dope, especially with Robotnik, being really big into fucking mechs and shit. Tails is probably just gonna out-design mechs on his ass, so that's gonna be fucking incredible. Jeez, oh man. But yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I can't wait to see Jim Carrey reacting as Robotnik. I don't know if they can add any other characters. Spoiler, they're gonna add Tails. If you didn't watch the end credits of the last one, they even fucking put his Tails in the new fucking trailer. So, yeah, Tails is coming into the new game. Obviously, Robotnik has to come back. I don't know if they're going to have any other evil characters. I hope they're not going to drag the series out like the games. They should definitely add Tails. I'm kind of hoping they add Knuckles and get it out the way as well. So then maybe further down the line they can add, Shadow the Hedgehog and guys like that. And I can tell you exactly how they'll do it. So don't quote me on this. This is exactly why I don't watch movies, is because I got big brain. So I'm going to tell you pretty much what I think the next movie should be. Sonic 2, or Sonic the Movie 2, I don't know what they call the movie, but either way, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, should make it where Tails shows up. He's hanging out with Sonic. I don't know how he even got there, because it looked like he just kind of flew through a portal almost. But the way they should do it is, it looked like the world that Robotnik in was their original home world. So Tails probably came from the original home world to come get Sonic to go back and help, stop Robotnik from fucking up their world. Because the original games were based on Robotnik using little furry critters to power his robots. Now that Robotnik is stuck there with no really technical savvy shit, he's probably going to have to revert back to what Robotnik does and use animals to power his machines. If you haven't played any of the Sonic video games, it sounds like I'm speaking gibberish, but that's how the fucking games go. So that should be how Tails gets Sonic and brings him back into the Sonic world. That way he can do much more runny bullshit, and their budget isn't them running through a fucking city and having to animate everything. So it'll be really, more just concise to the Sonic games. So I'm thinking that's how they're going to get him there. And then I'm thinking the way they might be able to introduce Knuckles is by making it where the animals and island that he's stuck on is Knuckles' Angel Island, where the Master Emerald is. And maybe Robotnik is building the animal mechs to get the Master Emerald to power a device that will send him back to his world. So sending Robotnik back to regular world, our world. So Tails brings him back, tries to stop him with that. Knuckles thinks it's Sonic and Tails because Knuckles is a goddamn moron. And then all three of them team up to stop Robotnik. Bam. There goes your next movie. And you introduce 2 new characters instead of just Tails. We all know Tails is coming because they made sure of it. But tossing Knuckles in there might make it a little more interesting. So now you're adding 3 characters. So at worst, you're just making one more movie instead of another 6, 7, 8 movies, That's my hopes. I'm really gonna sit here and hope that that's all they're gonna do with the Sonic movies, because they really haven't teased anything except for the fact that the new Sonic movie is coming out in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, right? Sonic the Hedgehog movie 2. That's what they're calling it. Yeah, even some people are like, plot leaks, Sonic and Knuckles. Yeah, I think that's a dope-ass idea, is adding Sonic and Knuckles. I like the idea of them adding Metal Sonic would be just as good as well, because Metal Sonic was the original adversary. Yeah, they can do either one of those 2. I think they can either do Sonic and Tails with Knuckles, or just Sonic, Tails, and Metal Sonic. That would be good enough for me. I could live with those. I would prefer Knuckles just for the simple fact that they've got the main guys out the way, and then they can start looking into doing Shadow and all of those characters as well. I'd be happy with any of those. But yeah, no, that's my prediction. I hope they do something really dope with the new Sonic movies. And yeah,